I saw a post on social media dedicating and endorsing Papoose and Clarissa Shields as an example of Black love. Now, before you start, I don't have a problem with Black love. I think it's beautiful, but I immediately scratched my head. Now, I don't know these people. I don't know the details of their relationship, but what I do know is that he is still legally married. Sex will kill your success because sin doesn't care who it's with. It only cares that it has access. Let me cook. I'm going to speak for myself, okay? I have been in, and I have seen many women who were sleeping with someone who was still legally married and going through a divorce. The problem is the door hasn't been closed. When I tried to walk into the next one, warfare was waiting. I get it. Emotions are not there. You feel like your responsibility no longer existent. And at this point, you just really are just kind of co-parenting or coexisting. The legal process is taking forever and everybody's just moving on. The problem is that you still have a covenant with God. What I thought was finding love was really just lust with interest. And lust is patient. It will sit quietly and let you call it destiny, let you call it love. Because sin doesn't care about covenant. It doesn't care about your purpose, doesn't care about your calling. It only cares about your flesh, and your flesh doesn't care about your spirit, because when you die, your flesh ain't going with you. And when your flesh leads, you lose. A few months after what seemed like bliss, we started losing everything. Doors were closing, favors drying up in places that used to be fruitful, opportunities falling through, peace just leaving the house. And the scary part was we didn't even care. Okay, we didn't care immediately, because as long as we could still touch on each other, love on each other, be with each other, that's how powerful that chemistry was. And most of us don't really care what it costs, as long as lust has access, not realizing that it's becoming strongholds in the mind, in the soul, strongholds in the relationship. And because the foundation was flesh, infidelity, resentment, grief, they all show up early, because sin doesn't care who it's with. One day it had gotten so bad that I began to resent him for not pulling his weight. And that was the moment that I realized that continuing to operate in the flesh, we were just inviting warfare. What seemed like an unbreakable bond was completely shattered. God literally separated us. It was a real separation from what felt good but was destroying us. We had to go through deliverance, real repentance, real boundaries. This heartbreak was excruciating, okay? It wasn't easy, but we were losing everything because we were just being outside the will of God. Lust it's one of those powerful tactics that the enemy uses, because he knows it's an automatic cancellation of momentum when it's outside of God's design. It makes you defend what's killing you. It's not just about another body, or if it's you and a screen, you and your imagination, you and masturbation, it's still the same doorway. Sin is just crouching at the door, and it doesn't knock, it just waits. This is coming from someone who's paid the price. Lust, sex, chemistry, desire, that will kill your success. So much love to the Clarissas out there, but woman, I'm telling you now, protect your destiny more than you protect your desire. Make sure that door is closed.